Back to the channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. Thank you for stopping by. So today I thought I'd do a get ready with me. I asked if you guys wanted to see a first impressions with the Profusion Cosmetics foundation or a get ready with me, and somebody asked me to do a get ready with me, so I thought I'd do that today. So I've got a basket full of goodies here. A lot of them are going to be like first impressions, so I need to sort, I need to get things out. So first of all, it's going to be primer, I think. No, sunblock, sun cream. So this isn't a first impressions, but this is the Soleil by Superdrug 30 SPF High. I always put this on before any makeup. Just, my makeup sits really nice on top. I've also got some moisturiser on. And then what I tend to do is leave it on for like 15-20 minutes. So it'll be 15 to 20 minutes for me, but it'll be seconds for you. So I'm just going to let it settle into the skin, and then we'll put the other makeup products on. Right, so that's kind of tacky. It's not been 15 minutes, probably been more 5, but it is sitting nicely on the skin. And then I've been using this e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer since I pulled it out from my Shop My Stash a couple of days ago. So we're going to put some of this on, and it does say it's a hydrating primer, but it doesn't mention anything about it being a poreless one. And I have noticed that it's filling in my pores quite well. It's a silicone consistency like that, so I can understand why it's filling in the pores. Like my pores in my nose here, and here, I'll show you once it's done it, and they just look so much better. So you can barely notice any, but it isn't marketed as a poreless primer. And it just feels so nice. I don't know if I've got that much left in here, because I've had it ages and I have used it quite a bit. But yeah, I would definitely repurchase this. I didn't know if I liked it to begin with, but yeah, I really do. So yeah, so that's the e.l.f. Hydrating Face Primer. It doesn't say anything on it apart from directions, but I have just noticed it's got silica in it, and that's why it's filling in my pore area. So yeah, that's that one. I'm going to put some lip oil on next. So we've got the Technique lip oil in the flavour Orange. I would normally put this on after foundation, but never mind. So speaking of foundation, where are you? It's a new one. So it's the Profusion Cosmetics Feel Good Skin. I did think the shade was going to be too deep for me. I did say that in the Shop My Stash. So it's in the shade, I don't think the camera's going to pick it up, Fair Free Cool Pink. I don't think it'll pick it up, but it's just there. And it just has a nozzle, so I tend to apply it like this and then go in with a sponge. Really, I could do something to turn my hair back. Shouldn't really call it hair, it's like a mane. I mean, it's definitely a little bit deeper than my skin tone, I would say. But it actually looks really nice on the skin. And that little bit is going to go a long way. I think you get 30 mils like you do in all foundations. Let me put the top back on for a start. Yeah, 30 mils. Right, let me get a clip for my hair, because this is going to do my head in. That's better. I mean, it's filling this part of my face up, that little bit that we used, but I am going to obviously use a little bit more. Same amount on the left side. So I did think about doing a wear test on this foundation, but nobody actually said that they wanted to see it, so I just thought, well, why waste my time and yours by doing that? I do want to give you guys what you want when I'm uploading videos. And speaking of uploading videos, guys, I got to thinking last night, maybe uploading videos 4 or 5 times a week is just too much on me. I'm feeling really run down at the minute. Yeah, I'm feeling really run down at the minute. I've been really ill these past few days with gastric flu. Mainly I've been in bed just trying to sleep it off. I have done the odd video here and there, but I thought I'd go back to my old schedule of Monday, Wednesday and Friday. If one day I feel like doing a bonus video, a haul or maybe something like that, then I'll put that up on a Sunday. But I'll be filming 4 or 5 times a week to bring you that video where I do 4 or 5 different looks with a palette, but I'm not going to be putting like 5 different uploads up each week. It's just a little bit too much, I think. Overkill. Maybe if I don't put as much up, you'll miss me a little bit. So right, so that's looking real pretty. So I'll just tell you a bit about it. It just says it's cruelty free and vegan. It's Profusion Cosmetics Feel Good Skin Longwear Skin Perfector. It's got hyaluronic acid. It's medium to full coverage. Let's have a look. Let's turn the phone down. Yeah, I would say it's definitely medium. I don't know about it being a full coverage foundation. It feels really lightweight as well on your skin. Full coverage foundations, I always get the impression that they feel really heavy, but this one doesn't. It's a natural satin finish and it's got SPF 15. The net weight is 1.01 fluid ounce. And that equates to 30 mils. So that's all about that little foundation. It doesn't give me anything else. In the shade Fur Free Cool Pink, and I did say in my Shop My Stash, but if you've not seen that video, I'll just reiterate what I said in that video. It is one of the deep shades on the light spectrum that you can pick, but it did say Fur 1, which is what I would normally go for, the lightest foundation that a brand has to offer. It had yellow undertones. I don't have yellow undertones in my skin, so I knew if by choosing that one it would be too deep for me. So the next one was this, Fur Free, and it told me if I had pink undertones to choose Cool Pink. So I did, and I did a little swatchy on the back of my hand and it looked really dark, and that's why I thought it was too deep for me, but it looks quite good. So yeah, there is that. So while that's kind of drying off a little bit, what I tend to do is I found this the other day. I was cleaning up and I found it in the bathroom. I used to use this one all the time. It's the Milk Jumbo Eye Pencil. So we're just going to pop some on. So I use this as my eyeshadow base. And then I just blend it in with a finger. All the way up to where the brows are. Right, so that's that done. And then what I've been doing with illuminators is just putting them under my eye area to brighten it up before I go in with concealer. So I'm going to use the Rimmel Good to Glow in Notting Hill Glow. This also works underneath foundation really nice. I don't put too much on, so that'll be enough for both eyes. It's probably more than enough, to be honest, and I try and kind of even it out a little bit. Yeah, it's more than enough. too much. Then I'll let it dry down a little bit. So in between that step, I normally do my brows. So let's do that. And I wanted to do something fairly quick today, so I'm going to use the Glossier Boy Brow. I'm still not overly excited about this brow product. Everyone loves it. It is a good product. I'm not going to take that away from it. It is good, but it's overhyped, that's for sure. And I've been using it months now, it would seem. Yeah, I've had it a couple of months, so I do feel like I can give you a review on it here. It's not all singing or dancing, let's put it that way. It's just a tiny bit better than my Makeup Obsession one. So it looks like that, and it's a smaller tube than my Makeup Obsession one. If I was using this for 3 weeks straight, this would be gone. But I changed my brow products up. Now we're going to put concealers down. So I used two, just purely because one's too dark and yeah, one's too dark and one's too light. So the lightest one goes in the inner portion of the eye. So Fair Rose, I don't use too much, just because I don't want it to be a hot cakey mess. So I just put about that much on. Right, so that's obviously the lightest one I was telling you about. These are the e.l.f. Hydrating concealers, and they're okay. These, I would say these are overhyped as well. So you can see that one in the middle is considerably darker. And I'm just using the same sponge. I should really use a different one, but never mind. Just pushing it in a little bit. Okay, so that's that. So I guess we're going to powder. So I've got two separate powders. There's this one. This is a new one. So this Revolution Bacon Blot, I got it to go with my Revolution and Imagination Highlight to the Moon palette. It's the wrong shade, so I thought I would use that under my eye area. And then this Max Factor Miracle Veil Radiant Loose Powder can go over the rest of my like T-zone area. I might put it on my entire face. So we'll do that. We'll put this one on first while the concealer dries down a little bit. I'm going to use this Real Techniques powder brush. It's a Real Techniques 300. I've not used it in a hot sec, so. Now, this powder has got micro glitters in it, which I don't really appreciate. I had a collection one, but that one was worse. That one you could really see. This one, I don't think you can see it that much. I feel like all Radiant loose powders has very fine glitters in it. Does the Hourglass Veil have little glitters in it? Because I do want to try that next, but if it has glitters in it, then I think I'll pass. Right, looking at it, I do feel like it's giving me a glow, but I don't know if that's coming from the foundation. The foundation isn't a glowy foundation, it's a satin one. But yeah, I do feel like I've got a bit of a glow even when I put powder on, which should have really set it to not be so glowy. So I feel like it must be coming from the powder. The only way for me to try that is to try it with a matte foundation, and I might do that tomorrow actually. Now then, I'm going to try, I think this might be a BH Cosmetics brush, this one here. So I'll try this brush with this shade here. So it's in the shade Banana, and Banana brightens your under eye, doesn't it? So let's go in with a bit of this. brush doesn't need to go in there. Right, okay, so now it's time for bronzer, and I pulled this Revolution one out in my Shop My Stash. So this is the I Heart Revolution Bronze and Glow. So we're working on this. I'm really getting down to it, and I've got 2 fan brushes. Normally I would use that one, but I want to try this one. This one is considerably bigger if you look at them. This one's meant to be for blush. This one is meant to be for bronzer. They're both by Real Techniques. This one is, I think, I don't know what oh wait. This one is called Rebel Edge Broad, and then this one is called Rebel Edge Medium. I've got a feeling I might go back into that. But yeah, let's just try some on. Maybe it'd be better with this mirror. Smells of chocolate, this. If you've got skin like mine, if you prefer to light, I'd recommend it. If you're medium to deeper skin tones, it's not going to show up, so obviously I wouldn't recommend it, but they do other shades. And then I just take some under here. I'm going to be doing a health update soon. I don't know if it's going to be this week or next week. And I've been saying I'm going to do that for weeks now, but I am. So before I go into highlighter, what I tend to do is go back in with this. So let me get my brush for that. And for that, I just use the Real Techniques setting powder brush. I used to use this for highlight, but I found an eyeshadow brush works better for that. And then I just kind of chisel out where I've contoured, well, bronzed. I brought a blusher brush out, but I don't need it. I'm going to go in with the Convertible Lip and Cheek Duo by Stila. It's in the shade Petunia. I might actually use this as a lip colour as well. It is quite bright, but it's so glowy, guys. It's really, really pretty. You don't need too much. And I'm just going to pop a bit on my nose as well. I like to do that. And kind of blend it out to where it hits the cheek colour, just to give that natural summer kind of sunburn look, but not, because I don't have any problems getting sunburnt, so I don't want to look like a lobster. Right, so that's that done. So now what I tend to do afterwards is put some spray on. So let's just do that. I'm just going to put this Revolution Hyaluronic Hydrating Essence Spray. I absolutely love this, guys. So the smell of this one is pink grapefruit extract. It's £6 normally, but on the Revolution website at the moment it's, I think, £3.60, or you can get 3 little ones for £8, which I think is a great deal. I'm going to need some more soon, but yeah, that's that. And then the brush that I use for highlighter, so it's this one, and I'm sure this is a BH Cosmetics brush as well. It is. I can just see the logo here on the ferrule. The rest of the writing's been worn off, probably with me washing them and me using them repeatedly. So we're using the highlighter that came in the Revolution palette. Sorry, I'm not showing you, I'm at this one. And this one I've not used as much. I've not hit pan or anything. I have still used it a lot. I do tend to use it when I use this palette, but you do get considerably less in the bronzer department. Does it say? No, it just says net weight 0.38 ounces or 11 grams. It doesn't say what they are individually. Bit on my nose, on the lip, and then the chin. So that's that done. It's so pretty, guys. Again, if you're fair skin, I would highly recommend it. I think it's like £6.99 It's really, it's good. So what I thought about doing is using the Aura and Out by Colourpop. I used it the other day. I thought about using the greens. So these ones here. Has that camera stopped? No, it's just me being paranoid. So I used that green matte the other day when I did a look using the Kama Cosmetics eyeshadow, but I didn't use this. So I feel like I want to use it again. So we're going to do another look with it. So let's just make sure I've got all my brushes here. I think I just want to do a really simple look. Let's put some tape on first. Yesterday, I mean at the moment I'm doing 4 days 4 looks with the Limoncello palette. I've only done one so far, so it won't go up for a while yet. But yesterday I went to Iceland. Iceland is a supermarket for you guys who live in other countries. And this young girl that was serving me on the checkouts, she went, "Oh, I really like your eyeshadow." And it was the day that I was wearing yellow eyeshadow. I've not even posted a picture to Instagram yet. But yeah, I was wearing yellow eyeshadow and I really liked the way it turned out. And she said, "You look really pretty. It goes with your hair colour as well." And yeah, I left that supermarket feeling pretty proud, considering I felt so crappy the last few days. I just said, you know, I've got my own YouTube channel, and she said that she was going to go over and subscribe, so that's nice. But yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to have a few more UK subscribers. All my subscribers seem to come from other parts of the world, which is nice as well. I really do appreciate all your support. It means the absolute world to me, which I try and say at the end of every video. But I appreciate you all so much. Right, so what am I going to do? Firstly, go in with a white. That's in this palette. It's called Young Love, which is this one here. Might keep it simple just by going in with the greens today. And there's only 2 in the palette. Just purely because there's some yellows in here. That one there, that one's called Your A Vision, and then this one here, Solar Hour. I think I might use Solar Hour in the crease. I did use that the other day, but I feel like I want to use it again today. It's a really nice transition shade, this. I was on Instagram the other day, well, it was about 3 or 4 days ago, and this young girl that had got a Colourpop delivery sent to her, a few of her palettes had come completely broken. Not broken as though it was like all over the palette, but just it popped out of the pans. And I have noticed a few of mine are really loose. I think this green's quite loose. No. Oh, it's that one there, Your A Vision. But I've heard that these ones in the 9-pan plastic palettes come out really easily. What are your thoughts on it, guys? Has a palette ever come to you and like the pans have come out? She said it was broken a little bit. She didn't post any pictures or anything. She said it was broken a little bit and that she was going to try and repress it. So I do imagine it was a little bit broken, but yeah, I've been extremely lucky. A couple of the palettes that I've got, which are these plastic ones, are quite loose, so I do need to be careful with them. But yeah, they haven't like come out of the palette or anything, which I'm grateful for, considering how far it came as well. Came from America to my address in England. Really lucky that the courier that delivered it was nice with my goodies. So yeah, the next shade we're going to go in I've also used before. So I'm going to go in with this Japanese brush with this fresh cut shade here, and I want it pigmented, so I want to go in with this brush just all over the lid. Oh my gosh, every time I use a shade I fall more and more in love with it. I say every time, I've only used it, this is the second time now. And I did debate on using the Revolution, what's it called? I'll show you in a minute once I've got this colour down. The Pistachio Palette. I think it might be. I've got a little travel size one. I was debating using that, but I thought since this was in my Shop My Stash and it's a get ready with me using all Shop My Stash products, I'd use this. I'll just show you the palette. I was wrong, it's this one, and it's the Revolution Mini Tasty Avocado palette. So this is what it looks like. I can't really show you it too well because this shade here, it came broken and it looks like a hot mess. But if you want to see me do a look with this, just leave me a comment down below. So back to the Aura and Out palette. Right, I'm going to go back in with this brush, this Japanesque one. I've just wiped the colour off it. And we're going to go in with Healing Heart. This lovely green here, and I'm just gonna really pack it onto the brush. Might have to spritz the brush as well. That goes so nicely with that other shade. Let's put some of that Essence spray on. Just one spray should do it. So let me know in the comments if you've got this palette and let me know what you think. I am so glad I got the vol of this. I think the only one that I'll struggle with is Miss Bliss, and I'm going to be using that in next week's video. Just purely because it's pinks and I don't really go in for all that pink. You know, if I hadn't used it I probably would have put that in a giveaway. But it's a good thing that I get to try it and go out of my comfort zone a little bit. So pretty. There's not much of a line today because it's not that deep. So I didn't need them in the first place. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the white that we used on the brow bone, Young Love. And I feel like popping some of this energetic glitters on. Ooh, that's so pretty. Should really be using glitter glue, I know. You can't really see it. I think I'm going to use glitter glue because I shouldn't be using it anyway. It's too close to my eye area. Really pretty. Pop some on the left eye. Oh, it's so pretty, guys. That glitter has just made it so much more prettier than it was, and I didn't think that was even possible. So now let's put some on mascara. So the only mascara I've got is the Essence The False Lashes, and this is a new one as well. I have been using it for a while, a couple of weeks now, but it is new. I mean, just look how much it lengthens them. No wonder they call it the False Lash Effect Mascara compared to the left side, which at the minute looks like I've got no lashes, but the right side is just really pretty. Transfers like hell though, and messes with my eyeshadow. Okay, let's do the lash line, which I nearly forgot to do. I don't think I'm going to put anything on the inner corners because there is nothing in this palette really to do that with. I might actually try New Age, this one here. Let's try that first. So it's just a really nice blue. Oh yes, that's working really nicely. So the only shades for me to test out in this palette now are the blues. So I might just do a look with that tomorrow and get this palette out of the way. Because this wasn't supposed to be in my Shop My Stash anyway. Right. Then we're going to go back in with Fresh Cut for under the lash line. I don't know how well this is going to show up, just purely because it is a really light pastel. It's looking pretty good. I do want to use like a matte red lipstick with this and see how that looks. It might not go, it might be too much of a contrast, but let me get it anyway. So let's use my favourite drugstore red. Absolutely love this shade. I need to take the lip oil off. So this one is in the shade Craving Coral and it's a matte. And it doesn't apply like a matte, it applies like a satin. It's super pretty and it does actually look quite nice with this look, I think. So guys, this has been my get ready with me using all my Shop My Stash products for the upcoming week. So we will be pulling some new Shop My Stashes in about 5 days time. So this is the overall look. So let me talk to you about the new products. Let me just dig them out. I'll talk to you about them and I can give you my first impressions on them as well. Okay, let's start with the foundation. This is the newest product in my collection. So again, it's the Profusion Cosmetics Feel Good Skin Longwear Skin Perfector. I don't know how long it lasts or how long it claims to last because it doesn't actually say it on this little tube here. I might go to the Profusion Cosmetics website and see if I can get how long it claims to last. But yeah, that's the foundation. It's absolutely lovely. It looks really nice on the skin. Just gonna have another look. Yeah, it looks really nice on the skin and glowy. I would say maybe it is a shade too deep for me, but I can get away with it just. So if you're fairer than me by any chance, I don't think this would work for you. If you're a cool toned girl and you're fairer than me, I just don't see it working out unless you wish to get a foundation mixer, which I could do as well. I mean, I've got lighter foundations than this one so I can mix them, but I wanted to give you a first impression on it and let you know my overall thoughts. It does work, but it is a little bit too deep, so that's my first impression on that, and I do really like the foundation as well. Powder. The first one is Max Factor Miracle Veil Radiant Loose Powder. It's a really nice powder. I don't know if it's the powder giving me radiance or the foundation, but it does have micro glitters in it. You can see it more on my forehead. Yeah, you can definitely see it around here. The camera's probably not going to pick it up because they are only really tiny glitters. So it's not too bad. I've had a powder that is much worse than this. It's a really old video, but I feel like maybe you'd want to go and watch that. So that one was a collection one. I can't remember what it was called. It was that long ago. I did a video on it just purely because I was gobsmacked with how much glitter particles that were in it. So yeah, really like that so far. And then we've got the Revolution Bacon Blot. I've been enjoying this. I've only used it twice so far. It's just a normal banana powder. It looks really nice under the eyes. Not too cakey, but I do have fine lines. So yeah, I mean, I picked up a product recently that's hopefully going to rectify that a little bit. A haul's coming next, so look out for that. So yeah, really like that. This is probably going to be a bit of a negative one. So we've got the Glossier Boy Brow. Like I said to you earlier, I think it's a good product. I don't think it's worth all the hype that it gets, and it's the same with the Glossier Stretch Concealer. I just don't think it's worth the hype. I've had better concealers than that, but I will use it up because obviously I don't want to waste it. This Glossier Boy Brow is good. It's just a tiny bit better than my Makeup Obsession one. This was more than double the price, so I won't be buying it again once it's gone. So yeah, there is that. Then we've got blush. So I've got this Stila Convertible Lip Colour, Lip and Cheek Duo, sorry. I was going to put this on, wasn't I? I forgot. But never mind, it's in the shade Petunia. I'll do a swatch for you as well of the actual colour it is. So that's what it looks like on the finger. And that's what it looks like. I think it would make a better blush than it does a lip colour. But that's that one. And then, oh, I was going to bring this out as highlight. So this Topshop in the shade Crescent Moon. Let's pop some on because I really did want to try it because I keep going back and forth with it. I'm just going to put it, yeah, you can see how pink it is already. I could have used this as inner corner highlight actually. I think I'm just going to leave it on the cheeks. I'll leave the other one on the nose and the cupid's bow on the chin. But yeah, I'm not too sure on it, so I need to use this a bit more. It's not a new product by any stretch of the imagination. It's the Topshop highlighter in Crescent Moon. And then we've got this Colourpop Aura and Out. This is absolutely beautiful. So I've used all these shades down here already, so I won't be doing another look with that. I've used all these shades down here, so literally all I've got to do excuse me, so literally all I've got to do is use these blues here, and then I've used the entire palette, and I can give you my overall thoughts and a little speed review on it as well. I do really like this palette, mainly for the greens so far. Obviously these shades here, they do show up, but they're very, very light. I mean, this one is the deepest one in the palette. I didn't even get it to do a little bit of a wing because it's too light. So, mainly I like this palette for the grains, which when I did the swatches I did say. So there is that. And the other thing is, I've been using this a couple of weeks now, is the Revolution Skincare London Hyaluronic Hydrating Essence Spray. Guys, this is a good one. I really, really like it. I've only just gotten into essence sprays. I just used to get setting sprays, but I really, really like this. I mean, it's not going to set your makeup down, but it does really refresh you. I'm going to put a bit more on. It's really, really refreshing. And if you can get it for that £3.60, I would really recommend it. So how much are you getting in this? 3.38 fluid ounces or 100 mils, so you get quite a bit. I'm hoping it's going to last me a few more weeks, and then I'll just purchase a couple more. But yeah, overall I'm really liking the way the makeup is looking. I love that glitter. I don't even think I told you the name of the glitter. Oh yeah, I did. It's Energetics. I love this glitter here over the top of Healing High. It's giving me such a pretty eyeshadow look, I think. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Sorry this video is a little bit long, I know it will be long, but yeah, this is my get ready with me with all my Shop My Stash products. Thank you for watching. I really do appreciate your time and support on the channel. It means the absolute world to me. Please like, it really does help. Share and comment, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.